Yeah, I do want to get John's thoughts on John. You had a tweet earlier from a Sea of Red that said it was John. John, you had the tweet that said, I'm just kidding. It did say during the game we were thumping Jacksonville State. Former we were on a hot streak, hadn't lost in a while. The team net was really high, and you said this team may be the best team in Liberty history. I did see for people who took that and ran with it, you did a reply tweet directly to that one and basically kind of talked through it. Um, was that just you feeling good that night? Were you really thinking that they really could, if they stayed on that trajectory, become one of the best teams or the best team in school history? Talk to us a little bit about that tweet. Why then? Why in January? Why did it feel right to say they may become the best team in school history?
Sometimes when you're feeling something, you just got to go with it, man. I mean, so
Love it.
that's what I did. But no, I mean, I do think that this team has the potential to go down as the best team in school history. It's January, what is it, the ninth tonight? So and that game was, I think, the fifth. We don't know. It's too early to be talking best team ever. I agree with that. But sometimes when you're in the heat of moment, just got to go with it. But I do think this team has the potential to get there. I mean, if they end up, with 13, 14 conference wins plus, win the conference tournament, and then you never know. You get into the big dance with a guy like Darius McGee. You never know. I mean, I wouldn't count Liberty out with him, on that big stage at any time. And plus, like, this is Liberty basketball we're talking about. Some of these people that are saying, "Oh, this team is nowhere near a top five of all time," or wouldn't sniff it or anything, like, yeah, that's not true. Like, let's go back and look in the history books. There's not that many Liberty basketball teams. Look, I'm the biggest Liberty fan of all, right? But there's not that many Liberty basketball teams that couldn't literally be on that, quote unquote Mount Rushmore. I mean, yeah, the 2019 teams, the 2020 teams, both of those teams I think are the kind of standard bearers right now as the top two teams in school history. Probably got one or two others there in the McKay era that would rival that. I also think the 1997 team that did not make the NCAA tournament, that lost in the ASUN championship game or the Big South championship game back in the day, was a very good team. But I mean, yeah, look, I mean, and it's a long ways to go. But if Liberty ends up a top 70 team, as you see here, it's the second best finish in Ken Palm of all time. The only better one was 2019. So, it's not like, that tweet, was it a little early? Yes, it was a little early. I get that. I mean, we shouldn't be having those conversations until, May and June when there's nothing else going on. But I think the team has the potential to be that good, and the key is the defense. If the defense keeps playing the way they have been playing, especially prior to the EKU game, not that he didn't play well there, they were fine, but if they keep playing the way they were those first three conference games, I'm not sure there's many teams in the league that's going to be able to beat Liberty. I mean, we saw how poor Liberty had to shoot against EKU for them to be able to, hold on for a 3-point win at the end. So, no, Liberty was never going to, go 18-0 in conference play. So just because they lost EKU doesn't mean that, oh, okay, that tweet, may as well delete it at this point in time. No, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think this team does have the potential to cert. I think it's probably already a top five team unless they completely tank the next 6 weeks. It's probably already in the top five of all time. And if they finish like I expect them to finish, I think the floor is a top three of all time team.
Hey, I love it, man. 53rd in the net the next morning when we woke up. Was making it feel like they did have that potential. So, Nick, you got something pulled up here. What we got?
This is the Ken Palm. Just kind of backing what John was saying. I mean, yeah, this is the second highest Ken Palm ranking in school history. So get out of here with this isn't a top five team. That's garbage. But I mean, this is 63rd in adjusted offense, 81st in adjusted defense. The 2019 team is the only team that was in the top 100 in both of those. So this is, a legit top 100 offense, top 100 defense. Only happened once before. Didn't happen to the 30 and 4 team. That team was 107th. So yeah, I mean, this team is really, really good. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to play out, but this is a good team, and anyone saying otherwise is misinformed.
Yeah, and to go from being whether you're the third best or the greatest of all time, I mean, a lot of that comes down to NCAA tournament, right? I mean, you or even like if Liberty were to somehow get beat on a buzzer beater in the ASUN tournament final, I don't think you can call this the best team of all time because you didn't achieve your ultimate goal. But if they do, and if they were to win a game or two, well, then now let's have that debate. Let's have that debate between this team and those two teams. Unfortunately, that 2020 team didn't get the chance to get in the NCAA tournament, and we could debate this another time. But I think the 2019 team gets an unfair rap, which is kind of crazy considering it's the only team in school history to ever win an NCAA tournament game. But that team was pretty good.
Yeah,
great stuff.
the numbers supported that. The ASUN was a lot worse, so I think the numbers could have got maybe a little skewed between the 2 years. But yeah, the 2019 team, I think that's the best team